Good evening and welcome to our next live stream, which takes us to Claypole level crossing in Lincolnshire on the East Coast Main Line, also probably now known as the London North Eastern Railway Line. This is a crossing that I've known for a long time, since I was a kid actually, because I used to drive over, I used to be a passenger over this crossing when I was a lot younger, because my dad owns a butcher's and we do a lot of delivering, so the butcher's in this village is part of our deliveries. And there's a train coming now. It is 82-215. To 91-1032 with London North Eastern Railway stickers on both ends. Right. The crossing's just gone back up again, and we'll be here for quite a while tonight, as this is a busy crossing and it's in a quiet area. It's quite windy tonight as well. I'm still on Oakham's timetable. I'll just switch to Claypole Loop to see what's due tonight. Right, 7th of August 2018. Right, in this hour, next train's at 19:51. It's the 1948 expensive 51 1:28 Virgin train service from Lincoln's Cross to Bradford Forster Square. That's our next one. Then we've got 1 at 52 from Sunderland to King's Cross, 2006 from Lincoln's Cross to Beverley, 2007 from King's Cross to Edinburgh, 2013 from Leeds to King's Cross, 2016 from Leeds to King's Cross to Leeds, 22 expensive 24 from Edinburgh to King's Cross. 27 expected 29 from London King's Cross to Lincoln Central, a cancelled train 2032 from King's Cross to Sunderland, which is obviously not going to come. Hull to King's Cross 2032. There's a lot of trains running in the next hour. And here comes a tractor. Not a big fan of them. First, let's see how many comments we've got now. First, Quadrice by Network Southwest, and hello Will Scriven. The crossing should go down in the next few seconds. This crossing is obviously, as you know, it's got new barriers, and they do hit the floor and just bang on the floor. That one over there bangs and hangs. This one here just bangs and stays on the floor. There we go, the box is beeping. That means the crossing should go off any second because they're getting calls through the box. Yes, I've seen this crossing loads and loads of times before I started filming it in 2014. There we go. The alarm's a bit dodgy. Oster fen's already down. Right, time now is 19:50, live on Tuesday the 7th of August 2018. This is for your, I need to go back up a bit. 1948 expected 51 1:28 Virgin train service from Lincoln's Cross to Bradford Forster Square, and also for 1952 and Alpha 69 Grand Central service from Sunderland Lincoln's Cross. Yes, you can see this barrier's on the floor, and when it hits the floor, it's like a you know, stick that you hang over the edge of something. It just dangles. So it's basically just like does that. It's just that's it. It just bounces and dangles like that because it's supported weights in the middle of the road there, and it's just free, and it's just up and off the floor to the end. That barrier over there, I have not been on that side yet, so I can't say what it's doing. The alarm's gone very. It's starting to go quite pink now as well. Hello, camera observer. Bradford Forster Square, so it's coming from King's Cross, Bradford, so it'll be coming from our direction. Then we should be staying for a Grand Central service to King's Cross from Sunderland. Here it is. I can't see the train from the other way yet. It's there. 91 102. '82 2017 to Bradford. And it's staying for the Sunderland train, for the King's Cross to Sunderland train. Wow, that was a fast train. Yeah, 125 mile an hour that was going then. Right, I've got some comments I've noticed. TK trains, you said Virgin train. Oh, yeah, I blooming well did as well. London North Eastern Railway, I meant to say there. Kent Rail Observer, the person on the poster looks like the old singer Jerry Lee Lewis from Kent Rail Observer. These barriers aren't the best installed ones, I have to give my opinion. Wow, that was a fast train. Hello, there seems to be no official NLER liveries yet. There we go, 170, 110, no, 180, 112. 180, 112, James Herriot to King's Cross. You're right, Will, these barriers are very flimsy. That one's up. Let's go for a walk. I was just about to end the video then, thinking that I was just filming for YouTube, but I forgot I was on a live stream. We've got halogen floodlights, and I presume they're quite bright as well. Right, on this side of the crossing, I hope my iPod's still connected to the internet. Oh, it isn't, for flip's sake. Doesn't really matter anyway because I've still got the page up. Here's the other side of the crossing. Right, we've got a bit of a wait now until 2006 from London King's Cross to Beverley, so we'll just have a walk around. Obviously, a lot of people would have heard of this crossing, but for people who haven't, this crossing was installed to LED lights in 2014, in August, I think it must have been, or July around 2014 time. The alarms were also renewed, and they were bright red when they were first put in, but now they are being quite pink because this is quite open sky, so the sun's bound to reflect on them. Claypole, OS grid reference SK587489, mileage GCML1, 150 miles and 27 chains. Claypole, the tag's gone. Nice barriers. Austin challenges TNIB, NIR, claw machines and more. There's the barrier. There's the floodlight. So a new sign's been put down. Rail Electrification Alliance. Claypole. Yeah, we've got a concrete crossing plant here with rubber pallet anti-trespass. No, rubber spike anti-trespass guide. There's the other light, the other way down there. Max Ganish, the Smiths barriers were installed in 1999 to replace the 4th gen GW barriers. Hang on, I've just lost it again. Installed in the 70s. This light here. The sun's going down. The next train is expected to pass in 2012. I don't think it's that late. There's that right there. My Vauxhall Insignia still looking good. EWS trains, high. I put a Cornwall sticker on the back of it because I went to Cornwall, as you know. I went to a shop and there was a Cornwall sticker in there, so I bought it and I stuck it to the back of the car. People might think I'm from Cornwall seeing that, but oh well, it's nice to have it on the back of the car anyway. It just makes it look a bit nicer. Still looks good. Oh, my door's not shut properly. I've had this car since June and it had done 65,000 miles. And since I've had it, look, hang on, let me just put the key in. It's done 70,943 miles. So I've done 6,000 miles in this car since June. So because I've been to Cornwall, that trip to Cornwall and all around that lot had done 3,000 miles in less than a week. So that's put some mileage on. I've not been many places recently, so I've kept the mileage back a bit. And yeah, so I went to Kent for a funeral about a month ago now. And I've also been to London and Surrey in that car as well. So that car's not had as much drive as the Micra and the Astra and the Corsa. That wasn't around long enough to do long mileage. The furthest that Corsa went, I think, has got to be Leicester, or I think it was Narborough. I went furthest in that, to be honest. The furthest I went in the Micra was Kent and all around that area, in East Sussex and all that. And the Astra went to Scotland, which I still had that then. And the furthest this car's been's obviously got to be Cornwall. So the furthest I've driven is Scotland, so I went up to Dundee. And I could talk cars for a bit. I could talk cars all day, so keep this live stream running until the crossing goes back down again. Yeah, so I've got a trip planned for this weekend. As I've said, I'm not telling you where I'm going. I'm going to complete 4 counties this weekend. So basically there's 4 counties that I'm going to that I haven't quite completed. One county I've got 1 crossing left to film. The next county I've got yet again I've got 1 crossing left to film. The next county after that I've got 5 crossings left to film. No, 4 out of about 30 odd. And the county after that I've got about 10 crossings to film out of about 30 again. So I don't know yet, I might even get to film some more counties, but my top priority is to complete counties. That's how I'm going to do my challenge of every level crossing in the UK. Yeah, Hampshire is going to be quite a challenge as well because because Hampshire, the only reason Hampshire will be a challenge is because those crossings on the Marchwood branch, Veals Lane, Frost Lane, etc. I think I'm going to try and get down there this year to film the charter going backwards and forwards daily. So hopefully I will catch that. I want to get Canute Road and what's it called, Chapel Road done as well. I've got the Southampton crossing to do. Yeah, you're right, Jarton. Hampshire is very hard. What charter train? It's just basically a charter going backwards and forwards on the Forley line. So yeah, so basically I've got that to do. Hampshire will be a challenge. But I've still got that. If you noticed that I haven't got Lincolnshire done yet, I would do, but I want to catch that Boston bypass crossing. So I don't even know if that Boston bypass crossing activates, because trains that run to Boston docks, the train stops in the Sleaford Boston sidings, which is just off the crossing. So I reckon the train stops there all day, then backs out again. But I'm not sure, because the tracks that are going into the docks over that crossing are polished, so obviously it does see trains. You went to Canute Road but lost the file. That's very unfortunate, Jarton. Really unfortunate. So I'm not sure. I really do not know. It's something I'd love to find out. Seeing as a lot of you are live watching my video now, I'd like to know if anybody could tell me if a train would go over that crossing in Boston, the Boston A16 bypass crossing. You and James are in Cleethorpes at the end of August. I've heard. I might come down and see you. Depends what I'm doing. I might dig down. What else have I got to do? I've got Kent to finish off. If you like, got the AOCLs and a few other freight crossings left around that area to do, then I've done that county. I've ticked off Surrey. Greater London I haven't actually finished yet because I've got the queue line crossing to film. And when I've done that, then I'll delete the Greater London video I've done now and I'll update it and I'll put the queue line crossing in. What else have I got to do? I'm not going to tell you too many counties, but if you want to know anything about anything I'm doing, just ask here and I'll tell you. I'll talk to you about it. How long till you film the last existing AOCR? I've got plans to go to Scotland at some point, and I wouldn't mind going before the end of the year because apparently Dingwall's being upgraded. All the Dingwall crossings are being upgraded to an AHBCC. No, what is it called? MCB. I forgot how you pronounce it. To be honest, the same sort of crossing as that crossing in Ardrossan has been upgraded to. Prince Street AFBCL, automatic full barrier crossing locally. Thanks, Max Ganish, for that. Hi, Joe thought, what about my comments on the live stream? I'll be reading comments in a minute. I'm just still chatting about stuff. Brooklyn, Grain and Stoke in Kent, mate. Looking forward to it. What brings you to Cleethorpes and Oakham this afternoon? I'm not going to Cleethorpes, Jamie. I was literally talking about it to because the Pickering lads are going apparently. Yeah, Network Southwest, AFBCL. If you go on to what's his name, Glenn's Transports channel, and look up Ardrossan Prince Street or whatever he calls it, then you will see that crossing has been upgraded to an AFBCL, which stands for automatic full barrier crossing locally. Basically, like a crossing with 4 barriers like this, with E2S alarms, and the alarms continue during the closure all the way through. And it's quite a good, quite a good upgrade. I don't get it though. I just don't get why it's not an MCBOD or being kept as an AOCL plus B, because the main crossing, the Ardrossan Harbour crossing, is still an AOCL plus B. Yeah, so I've went to Oakham today because I dropped a mate off to the airsofting. I was going myself to do it, but the price, I wasn't going to spend 40 quid to just have 3 hours of airsofting. So because I wanted to save my money for the weekend. So I did airsofting on Saturday in Ancaster paintball leisure, and that was quite fun. But the only thing, it was really good. But I just got a couple of nasty hits in my side and everything. So that's not the reason why I'm not doing it today. It's because I don't want to spend too much money because I've got to save up. Let's read the comments then, because I noticed quite a lot have come through. Hampshire. I've got to that bit. Hampshire is really hard. Lovely sunset by Kent Rail. I might just go to the top actually and read. And start from the top. Quadries, Network Southwest. Hello, Will Scriven. Jack Harris, train coming. Hello, Kent Rail Observer. You said Virgin Trains is LNER, London North Eastern Railway. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Next time I'll remember to say London North Eastern Railway instead of Virgin Trains East Coast, whatever it is. Because I'm still used to that as well. Kent Rail Observer. The person on the poster looks like the old singer Jerry Lee Lewis. And what poster was that, by the way? That. Not the Samaritan helped. A Samaritan helped me take control of my life thingy. These barriers aren't the best installed ones, if I give my opinion. You're right there, Will. Wow, that is a fast train, Jack Harris. Max Ganish, hello. There seems to be no new official NLER liveries yet, but I noticed they have stickered a lot of the back and front of the trains. Jack Harris, here it comes. Austin challenges TNIB, NIR claw machines and more. Hello. They are too low down. That's true. Hi, EWS trains. Lovely sunset by Kent Rail Observer. Austin challenges, again, nice barriers. I've already read that comment by Max. TK trains, next train is expected to pass 2012. Hi, by EWS trains. Austin challenges, nice car, thank you. Dad has a East Kent bus one by EWS trains. I'm kind of surprised Cradley Heath's barriers haven't been renewed and they date back to 1990, 1991. Well, it's Birmingham, mate. They rather spend their money on other things. UK Level Crossings channel, 3 smiley faces. 20% battery. The Pasty Mobile, I do like that car, one of my favourite makes and models. Where did the Pasty Mobile come from? NHJ trains. Today I went to Anscore. Where's that? Kent Rail Observer. I sell car stickers on my Network South East sales stall, which I work for. You can have one if you want. Just send me a message if you want one. I'm happy with my Cornwall sticker, to be honest. I look for a Devon one as well, because Devon, Cornwall, and Dorset have the same shaped flags, but Dorset's is a yellow background with a white cross. Devon is a green background with a white cross, and Cornwall is a black background with a white cross. So it's no different between the three, just a different colour background. Hello, Jarton. Hey, do more Hampshire videos. Hi again, Joe. I'm here now. Josh McGaffey. EWS trains. Let me or James know if you're coming down to Kent. Yeah, I will do. I did last time, but we took Jamie's car out, so we didn't have much room in the back. Hampshire is really hard. What charter train? NJH trains. I went to Canute Road, but I lost the file. I bet how about do more Hampshire and Surrey vids? That would be appreciated. Me and James are in Claythorpe at the end of August. I might dig down. Yep, I've already read that. I think I'm pretty much to the bottom of this now. I got loads of files that I can't find, like Shepprith and lots more. What about my comments on the live stream? I've read them all now. Yeah, I've read that comment by UK Level Crossings channel. Kent Rail Observer. There's a charter going along the Dungeness line in November, so we could do Brookland near Appledore. I've been to Appledore. I've been over Brookland, but there's nothing due. But we were supposed to go to Brookland the Friday that I came down to Kent, but we missed the train was about 40 minutes early, so we didn't catch it. So instead, we went to go and try and film. We filmed Wyborn. We went to Stoke, but there was nothing due, so was there for quite a while for nothing. There, and I've also had a look. We've also had a look at the Grain main crossing with the gates and lights. There's a charter going. Oh, I've already read that. Oh, Jarton Strange. Kent Rail Observer removed a message. UK Level Crossings channel. Isle of Man crossings are all AFBCL before our Drossum was, if you think about it. I don't even know what their crossings are like, to be honest. I've never been, or I don't even know what they look like, because apparently I looked on Google Maps and they're all just lights, like AOCL looking things. Hey Joe, did you know that we are on the southwest main line and the Southwestern Railway and Southern and GWR? Will Scriven, AFBCL is an advanced version of ABCL, yeah, but with more barriers, which is quite a nice upgrade. It's a shame that there aren't any crossings in Northamptonshire anymore, as Banbury Lane closed a few years ago. Yeah, actually, me and Spike have talked about all those crossings that got taken up on the West Coast main line that was, you know, were there but have been taken up. That box is beeping. I don't even know what the time is yet, but I'll read in a minute. There's a funny crossing in Scotland called Kirkton. I know that one. It's the one with all four thin wigwags. Hello, Jay Callow. Charter 668. I need to get to Woodbridge, some more of Limekiln and Haywoods. They're good crossings. NH trains. I am going to London to do travel card zones 1 to 6. Hey there, Will. Hi, Will Scriven says again. All right. Dawlish Beach Cams. Hi. Come on, Claypole, go. Sorry, I didn't mean to say your name wrong. How do you pronounce it? Bad weather and thunder here in Deal. About time that this country starts to get a bit of rain. It's been too hot. Crossing activation, approximately 2 minutes now. Anscore is in. Even though you say Anscore Shear, I've never even heard of Anscore anyway. Here we go, finally. Referencing the Cornish past. Oh yes, I get you. Because it's Cornwall. We do Cornish pasties where we work. Right. Right, time is 20:09, live on Tuesday the 7th of August 2018, and we wait for the 2007 or 1959, expected 2006, it says, because I haven't got any timetable, any data on, no, internet on here to refresh. Expected 2006, it says on here, 1 Hotel 06, Hull train service from the Lucas Cross to Beverley. 2007, expected, whatever, 1031 from the Lucas Cross to Edinburgh. 2012, expected 13 from the Lucas Cross to Leeds to King's Cross, sorry, 1:49. I presume the 2016 will go up for, because it says 2014, but it's expected 2016 from Lucas Cross to Leeds. Right, let's carry on reading more of these comments then. Right, referencing the Cornish pasty, just watched Ardrossin, seems an odd setup. Why not have a normal AOCL plus B? It was an AOCL plus B. I don't get why it got upgraded. I do not get why they've just upgraded that one crossing and not both of them. Hi Joe Thorpe, how are you doing? And will you do videos from Coy Church foot crossing? I know where that is as well. That's out near Bristol or Wales somewhere. I might do if I get around that area, but I'm not promising. NJH trains. Tomorrow I am going to London travel zones 1 to 6. AFPCLs are nice, but the alarm should turn off and all the barriers are down. Yeah, that's true. I don't get it either, to be honest. It's kind of a silly upgrade, but it's a good upgrade, but it'd be nice if the alarm stayed off, I must admit. Tipton was my closest West Coast mainline crossing. Yeah, I've heard of that one as well. Here it is, 91, 113. Oh, 82, 240 on the back. Right. Half barriers are becoming dangerous now. Full barriers is the safest protection nowadays, definitely. I still reckon that Staithorpe Field and Grant Staithorpe barriers are the safest barriers they've ever made. There we go, Oster Fen just gone down. I just heard Oster Fen before that went off. You missed out the word fan in Dawlish Beach Camp. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Deja vu, I was filming here a few months ago and I was with the UK Level Crossings channel. Jay Callow, is it on the floor? It is as well, look. That heart middle's on the floor. And that end's off, and that barrier's off as well. Bo Brickhurst having updates. I'm worried it could be upgraded to LED. I'm not, no offence to you, Jarton, but I really do want to see those crossings LED. Because once I've seen it halogen, then there's going to be no different any other time. So it'd be nice to see it LED at some point. I went to Bristol last week. Well, that's good. I think I'd like to get Ashton Junction though, because I've checked timetables and I think they run on Fridays. It's in the middle of Pencode and Bridgend stations. Where's that Coy Church by any chance? I would keep it down, to be honest. Magaki. Right. Wait, does this crossing only have one camera? It does, yes. The camera is there. It's only, I think it's, yeah, it has only got one camera. Because even though it says MCB CCTV, it confused me for quite a long time because there's a box next to it with someone in it. And I reckon that I've got it figured it out because the cross, yes, I've heard that Woodensborough's LED. They must be sat at a desk watching over this crossing from sat in there, so they can watch over Oster Fen as well. Right, time is 2013 on Thursday, Tuesday the 7th of August 2018, and this is for your 2012 it's 2013 1:49 London North Eastern Railway service from Leeds to King's Cross, and here it is. 82,220. And that's still Virgin as well. That end as well. 91,117. Something on the. I didn't get the plaque, but it's also Virgin livery too. Right. Yapton is being upgraded in December. I'd like to see that done. Fishbourne and Barnes Green got upgraded. I know that because Barnes Green had a nasty accident a few months ago. And I don't know why Fishbourne was upgraded, and like some of the Chichester crossings which need doing because the bulbs keep breaking in them. Yesterday we were going to Night Rider Stagecoach, but I feel very well and had to stay back at home. But we are going on to do on Thursday. Okay, that's a nice one. TK Trains Long Rock Level Crossing also have one camera. Yeah, I can believe you, but I didn't even take notice of that, to be honest. I think crossings that have boxes next to them like this, plus a few other, hang on, I'll talk to you after this has gone. 91. 130. 82 to 10 with the London North Eastern Railway sticker on the back? No, I don't travel by train anymore. Never. I've not travelled by train for nearly over a year now. I think the last time I travelled by train was when I went to go and see M Trains and Luke Nice in on that trip to Hampshire and all that, and Berkshire, because obviously I crashed my Corsa and I got invited out to Berkshire around that time anyway, so I went by the train. But we still managed to get a lot of places by train. But when you've got a car, you don't need to go by train, because you can just travel to level crossings by car and not have to walk to them. Because if you some parts by car, some parts if you go on the train, then you can't get to level crossings that are far away from a station, so you just end up having to fill station crossings or crossings that are near the station. The furthest I've had to walk to a crossing is 5 miles. But that if some of you guys remember, when I filmed all the crossings in between Boston and Wainfleet, I did that on push bike, and it was 8 miles each way. So I started off at Willows Lane, which is a crossing on the Skeggy Knots line. Then I biked to every single crossing in between Willows Lane and Eastville. There we go. Eastville's the one that had the really weird alarm in the double stay mode. But I had no drink on me that day, so I was absolutely gasping for a drink. Why am I not surprised this barrier doesn't dampen and it just hits the floor? Right, time is 2017, live on Tuesday the 7th of August 2018. And this is for your 2014 expected 16, 1 Delta 29 Virgin train service. No, London North Eastern Railway service from Lunickis Cross to Leeds. I will get used to it eventually, but I've just been used to saying Virgin trains since 2015, as Virgin trains took over East Coast in 2015. Right, bang, yes, definitely. Let's see how many more people have commented. Oh, 365 Shane, yo ho, hey. Yeah, the Acton is being upgraded in December. Long Rock also has 1 camera. I don't travel by train anymore, no. Parkins Railways, just joined. What crossing is it? Is this Claypole level crossing on the East Coast Main Line between Grantham and Newark? Sorry, I said not very well. No, it doesn't really matter. I got what you said anyway. Hey, Shane. Looks like my connection is starting to go oof by Will Scriven. 5 miles, geez. Yeah, that was a hell of a long walk. It took me about 3 hours to do that. That was between... That walk was from, in Wales, it was T Gwyn to Harlech. The one with the 3 barriers. Claypole got new barriers in 2016. Bang. Bang again. Did you hear about Barry Chuckle? I did. Yeah, he died on the 5th of August. He died at 73 years old. I did know who he was, yeah. Do you have a favourite train? I like my favourite trains are the 444s and 450s from South Western Railway. Bowbrick Hill isn't due for an upgrade yet, but from Will Scriven. Right, we did the night rider for Stagecoach, but I did not feel very well, and now we are doing the same thing after my travel card. 180 109. 180 109 to Hull, Beverley. TK trains. The crossing is staying down for the Hull train. That barrier's up first, I think. Yep, that one's up first. Kian Russell, hi Will. Jay Callow, yay. Network South, I've got 10% battery. I'm going to go and sit in the car to do some of this live stream, and every time the crossing goes off I walk to the barrier because I fear that the live stream is going to end on me. Mine too by Network Southwest. What's your favourite locomotive, diesel or electric? My favourite diesel locomotive has got to be a 220 Voyager or 221. Actually, 220s, because I like the sound that the mechas they go over bumps in the track, because they sound really, really funny actually, and 222s as well. No, hang on, is it 222? Yeah, it is 222. I've not been filming for ages, And my mind's been set on other things, and I'm starting to forget about everything that I've done. I'm starting to forget train numbers. I'm starting to forget train. I'm starting to forget what do you call them as well. Train makes. So just sit in the car now, wait for the crossing to go back down, and then oh yeah, I need to put my phone on charge. That's why I'm in here. Hello, Harvey. Let's see what else has been commented. Oh God. Yeah, I'm low battery, 10% with about 50 odd poo emojis. A Vauxhall Insignia, that's what I've got. I'm also planning on getting I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Don't get your hopes up. But after Christmas, there we go. I'm planning on getting a second car to go with this, a Mini Cooper S, something that's fast and nippy, like something to just travel around local in and see my mates in and just have pleasure driving. To be honest, but insurance is quite high on that, so I'm gonna have to wait for my 2 years no claims before I can bother to get another car. No, I did not hear about the train fire at Welling North back in May. What is your least favourite level crossing if you have one? My least favourite type of level crossings, MCBOC crossings, because I just don't get them. Because New Barnaby level crossing might as well be an OD because it's in the middle of a village. Well, it's not in the middle of a village. It's on a village lane, but you get more traffic at New Barnaby than you do at Roxton Siding, and I don't get it. Least favourite type of level crossing has definitely got to be an MCBOC, because I tend to use MCBOCs just to put them up and then wait for them to go back down again. But you know, when I went to what's it called, that one in Essex called Gardeners, I went there, put the crossing up, and it didn't go down for a long time. So it's just as if it just, you know, that I missed the closure. So that's why I don't like them, because you don't know when they're going to go down. So you just stood there for ages with your camera on, waiting for it to go down. Manor Way was all right. That behaved. There's a crossing in Yorkshire near Hensall that's an MTBOC as well. I forgot what it's, Heck Lane it's called. That did the same thing as Gardeners did. Just ask me questions and I'll answer them, because it's quite good. Keep it on, you know, to keep talking. Second car, while very nice, or Quintris, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it happens. It's an 03 plate Mini Cooper S, or something like around that age anyway. Here's a train. 92108 to H2230, heading north, and it's staying. Right, great car view. Thank you, Jarton. Josh Muck. I'm not even going to bother pronouncing your name because I don't want to get, you know, I don't want to get it wrong. You are great at this level crossing CDD1 style. Oh no, you are at this level crossing CDD1 style. Oh yeah, but I am kind of, yeah. But the only thing is CDD, you can't see his dashboard at any. What I miss about CDD1's camera shots is that you can't see his dashboard anymore like you could in his old Mercedes van. But I've always wondered what, I know he's got a Berlingo, but I've always wondered what age his van is, and if it is actually a Berlingo. But I knew straight away that you may call me sad for this, but I knew straight away that Steve got a new van because it's got that, because when he turns his ignition off, it makes that noise when it goes off. And my mum's car does the same thing, because hers is a Cactus, and when she turns her ignition off, it makes a beep noise like his car van does now. Yep, supercharged Mini Cooper S. It sounds so great when they're running as well, and when you're accelerating. When you're accelerating, and they're back. I've had a go at driving one, and you're back in your seat. Really are back in your seat. Minster is on a dead end, but New Barnaby is not so. Just hang on a minute. It keeps disappearing. Minster is on a dead end, but New Barnaby is not. So just turn New Barnaby into Minster in Kent. Yeah, that's a good idea. I get that is a good idea. I just don't get these MCBOC crossings that they've, funny enough, planned and designed. Jarton 668. What is your favourite crossing on the Marston Vale line? Mine is Bowbrick Hill. My favourite crossing on that line. Let me think about this now. They're all pretty much the same. I like Kempston Hardwick. That's a nice one. Bowbrick Hill, bit basic. I think I like Woburn Sands, to be honest. Fenny Stratford was alright because of the alarm that was... I'm trying to think of crossings on that line. Here's another train. H2223. Oh, the 9111 for the Fallen. That train, that unit was what that was pushing the train to York, which is what the pantograph fell down on the train when it was going through Ransgill and Torworth, and was stuck there for 4 hours, and the line was shut all day. But we got pulled into York by a skip, 67. STDD1's handbrake sounds like a Manchester tram. I don't even know what a Manchester tram sounds like from the inside, to be honest, so I wouldn't know what you're on about there. But my car's got an electric parking brake, so mine just... Hang on a minute, I'll put the brake off and you can hear it. Just sounds like a drill. Right. Did you go to Havant North? Hang on, let's see if there's any more. Yeah, I've got a lot more to read before I get there. What is your favourite crossing in the Marstonville? It's hard to answer that one because they're pretty much all the same anyway. I think my favourite crossing has got to be Stewartby Station, because it's quite a nice crossing that to look at. I wonder where this train is. What train? Oh yeah, the train that we was just waiting for. Yeah, it was on its way. Gone now. Nearly 1.6 subs, not far off. I gain subs quite slowly, to be honest. Like Jamie Tass gets about 30 subscribers a day. I probably get about 2 subscribers a day. Not even that. My least favourite level crossing is Langley Green. Reason because of the area it's in, full of chavvy people. There's nothing wrong with chavvy people as long as you don't get the wrong side of them. They're just people at the end of the day. Network Southwest. Did you go to Havant North station because I gave you a heads up? No, I went to Havant because Willem and Jamie Tass hadn't filmed it before, and I went to go up and film it, but it went off on me, so I didn't get a chance. But luckily I'd done it before, so I didn't have to wait for another one, because as soon as the crossing had gone up, we went to, I think it's what was it? It was Widrington. No, Widrington's in Northumberland. So in something close to that name though. Wilming. No. Oh God, what is it? I'm not usually bad at remembering crossing names, but it's the crossing after. Someone will beat me to it. It's the crossing after Havant, going up the west, up towards Brighton, in between Southbourne and Havant. You know what? I don't even remember. Jake Hallow, of course. It's because I'm live and I'm having to think about everything at last second. Any other time I'd probably be alright at answering stuff like that. I forgot now. Of course, thank you for the tip. I also did the other 3 town centre crossings, which will be uploaded weekly. Aspie Guys. Oh yeah, I forgot about those ones as well. Aspie Guys because because it's least used station. Yeah, that's in Bedfordshire. I mean, Brick Hill is my local, so I suppose that's why. EWS trains. I meant least used station. I know exactly what you meant. Parkins Railway. What's your favourite steam train? Flying Scotsman by a long shot. Jarton 668. I didn't see Stewart BLC go. Kent Rail Observer. I meant 91111. Do I have a stalker? Well, I used to have 158780, which was my stalker because it was always appearing when I went down the Ely line. But stalkers, no, not anymore. I have still got 43% on my iPad and it's staying there, which is good. When I say chavvy, I meant some dodgy people. Yeah, I know what you mean, Will. Electric parking brakes are rubbish because they don't do a handbrake turn. To be honest, I agree with you on that, because I do like a good handbrake turn. But still, it's best for me to have a parking brake, electric parking brake, because I won't be able to knacker my handbrake. My last car had a electric parking brake as well, but I wasn't always doing handbrake turns, but on the odd occasion, I would do one, I must admit. Langley Green is quite a dodgy area. I will have to say, after being there for an hour, or for over an hour, to be honest, Will, when I went to Boston for the first time, I was terrified. Boston in Lincolnshire, because of all the dodgy people around there. I was literally terrified. When someone walked past me, I was worried they were going to nick my iPad or something. But I was Warblington, that's it. But still, I wasn't. I was quite nervous around there. Thanks for that, Network Southwest. NJH trains. There was a train derailment in June 2007, and was the Grey Rig 39033, named the City of Glasgow, derailed in real life, but on the ACML, called Old Coast Main Line, but 39033 is active on my railway. I've seen that about as well. East West trains got to go. See you in a bit. Dawlish Rail Cam's deleted 2 messages. Jarton's got to go as well. See you in a bit. What is your favourite crossing on the Cambridge to King's Cross line? Now let me think about this. Cambridge King's Cross, so you've got Hawkston, Harston, Foxton, Sheppreth, Mildred Road, and Littlington. I'd say Littlington's my favourite crossing on that line, to be honest. 42% battery, so you're losing 1% battery. Diesel Dude Railway, hi. Handbrake turns apply to stunt drivers and rally drivers. Also, they are a way to teenage girls' hearts. Yeah, I know that. Parking's Railway. What's your favourite level crossing in Wales? I'd say my favourite. There we go. I'd say my favourite level crossing in Wales has got to be Llandyfri and Llandrin Dodwells. I like them. And Whitland. I like all the crossings with the Staithorpes. There's a lot of nice crossings around there. A lot of crossings in Wales that are barely active, like the ones in between Swansea and Shrewsbury. Got to go. Great stream. Bye for now. Thanks, Kent Red Observer. On the Welsh Marshes line, you have to tell me what that is, Will, because I'm not sure what that is, to be honest. HS Transport Videos. Favourite on the East Coast Way. East Coast Way. Go on. I need to know what that line is as well. Sorry, I'm a bit, a bit bad at knowing what lines are, but if you was telling me what line it is between, I'd be able to tell you straight away. Oh, you've lost 40% battery in a minute. With all this Beach Cams fan. My favourite station is Three Bridges. Have you been there? I've been through it, coming back from a station in Hampshire. In the south of Wales, my favourite station, my favourite crossing, I think it's going to be Whitland. West Coast Way. Go on, let's hear it. Newport to Shrewsbury. Newport to Shrewsbury. Let me think about it. I'm not particularly sure about that one, to be honest. Littlington's alarm that used to be broken is sounding again, but it has a flat tone. I heard about that as well. There's the train. Spirit of London on the back. 43277. Eastbourne is the East Coast Way. Right, on the Eastbourne line then. I think Spatham Lane, I think, is going to be my favourite around that area. Brighton to Ashford, if you include the Marsh link. I would say Canardington's my favourite crossing on the Ashford to Brighton line, and the Rye crossings as well. I like those crossings. Oh, you said 43% takeaway too. I get you now. Have you been on the DLR? No, I haven't. The line that goes via Leominster. Right. I like Leominster Crossing, to be honest. That's one of my favourites. Between Cosham and Chichester. I like Bedhampton. That's a nice crossing. Canardington is my favourite on the Marsh Link too. Yeah, Canardington is a nice crossing because I like its alarm for a start. Parkins Railway. At the Severn Valley Railway, the steam trains are not in use until the heat wave has passed. Yeah, because steam train lines have a habit of catching fire, don't they? Which is not good because of the heat. Now I have 40%. I think I should stop saying about how much percent battery I have now. It's up to you what you want to do. At least it gives you more to read. I'm going to London Tube. What is your favourite line and what has been recommended? I've only been on a couple of lines on the London Underground. I've only been on the Northern Line and the Victoria Line to get to Waterloo and Victoria and all that. Bedhampton is good, yep. Wayne Smith. What's your favourite crossing between Norwich Liverpool Street? Rectory Road. And I like Swainsthorpe as well. That's a nice one. Because Swainsthorpe and Rectory Road's alarms are quite catchy. My favourite AHB is Ashford Bowdler. Favourite MCB is Marshbrook. Right, let me think of AHB favourite. I'll tell you what, I've done so many AHBs, it'd be so hard to name one I like most. Oh yeah, on the West Marshes line. Yeah, Bedhampton is good. However, my favourite on the West Coast Way is Woodhorn. That's had new alarms, hasn't it? Woodhorn, Woodgate. Yeah, Woodhorn's the AHB, Woodgate is the MCB CCTV one. Woodhorn's a nice crossing. It is also possible for a double stay on the 800s on the South Wales Main Line. I hate double line half barrier level crossings when only one train passes. Well, that's quite rare, to be honest. No, that's very common when that happens because you barely ever get double stays. I probably get about 10 double stays a year out of all the crossings I do. Network South East. Yeah, it's a nice livery, that. I don't know if they still have that at Downham Market or not. Need to go to Woodhorn, but I would need to go in the car. Where do you come from, Jay Callow, so I know how far you need to get to Woodhorn? My favourite crossing and station is Bedhampton. Oh, Oster fence going off, if you can hear that. Is Claypole. I had one at Pencoed on the 4th of August. That's a nice crossing as well. Yep, the Eurotunnel's closed. I've heard about that as well. Who asked where do I come from? No, I did, so I know how far you are from Woodhorn or Woodgate. Crossing is going to go off any second. It has done right now. Is it going to end soon? Maybe at some point, yeah. Right, 2041, expected 40. 1 hour for 50 Virgin train service from Leeds to Lundykeys Cross. I might get out the car for this next one, actually. LNER. I know what you said. I know what you meant. I'm not sure whether the Eurotunnel's shut, but I know it is shut. My favourite level crossing in Worcestershire. Right, let me think of the Worcestershire crossings. I think it's going to be Purton. UK level crossings and trains, high. Sorry, you got stung by a wasp. Not good. I'm not sure. I don't even know why the Eurotunnel's shut. Yeah, weather in strikes. That's definitely why it's shut. I remember now. Shropshire. Shropshire. I'll have a think in a sec. I didn't even get that because there's too white on the train. Right, I think we might have a change of scenery. But as I'm still alive, I can't take my car, so I'm going to leave the car here and I'm going to walk to Oster, so I can still answer more questions as we're walking down there. Right, Will, your question. Favourite crossing in Shropshire? There's a few nice crossings around there, I must admit. I think I don't know about Marshbrook, to be honest. It was a 91 that just went past then. Oh no, it's a 180 for Hull. Or Hull train. We in Northern Ireland don't have any open level crossings, not even one. Finding an open level crossing in Northern Ireland is like trying to find a unicorn in real life. Good explanation. Thank you, Kent Rail Observer. Nice. It wasn't a 180. South Coast level crossings managed to get a double stay at Nass level crossing. I've seen a couple of his videos at Nass, but I've not bothered looking at the rest because I've been busy. No problem, TK Trains. What's your favourite level crossing in Kent? Right, that's a hard one now, that is, because there's a lot of nice crossings around there. I'm trying to think. When it comes to thinking of level crossings that have a lot of crossings around them, it's hard because there's a lot of nice crossings around there. Kent, let me think about it. Wyborn, probably, seeing as I filmed that. It's a nice crossing down there. And also the Romney-Dymchurch Railway crossings, I like them as well. To walk to Oster Fen, about 5 minutes, literally. How to do an Epping Ongar line, starting at Ongar. That's another reason why the Eurotunnel shut, because the air conditioning isn't working yet. Do you know when the next Lincoln diversions will be? No idea. Oh, you can hear Oster Fen from here. My screen just glitched. Favourite crossing in Cumbria? Now that's a good question. That I've done. There's a lot of nice crossings in Cumbria as well. I've got to say Raysham is my favourite crossing in Cumbria. It's an AOCL plus B, which is my favourite type of crossing before anybody asks me that one. AOCL plus B's are my favourite level crossings. Oh, home M trains. I knew you'd come up at some point. See you in a bit, Kent Rail Observer. Sub douchebag. I think you're the only douchebag around here, Michael. Kidding. I'm not going to take you to Barnby Lane crossing because that'll probably take about 20 minutes to walk to, seeing it's quite more spread out. And it's, it does take quite a while to get there. takes about this junction here where that car is where the next crossing is. Yep, 1 hour's just passed. Oh, Michael's starting to get silly now. What is your favourite AOCL plus B crossing? Right, let me think of AOCL plus B crossings around. My favourite AOCL plus B crossing is going to be one of them on the Ipswich to Lowestoft line. Let the train pass him. Let me think about this one. Laundry Lane's a nice crossing as well. That's not on the Lowestoft line, but it's nice. I like that one. Willow Marsh is going to be one of them. I can't particularly pick a favourite, but I can name ones that I like. Brampton is one of my favourites as well. Are you taking the mickey? Here it goes again, you can hear it from here. My favourite crossing in Cambridgeshire. There's a lot of nice crossings in Cambridgeshire. Helpston's a nice crossing. Follybank's a nice crossing. Bainton Green's a nice crossing, I like that one as well. My favourite crossing in Surrey is Gomshall by a long shot. Double track AOCL and AOCL plus Bs are pretty cool, but the only trouble is I've never caught a double stay at an AOCL plus B. I've come close before. I've come close to catching a double stay at North Green and Rayshome, because the crossing went down about 10 seconds after the crossing went up at North Green, and it went down about a minute after it went up at Rayshome. So I've not been very lucky there. Yeah, the Turfs crossings are nice. I want to see them LED at some point. I'm probably one of the only filmers out there that actually prefer LED crossings over halogen. I may get hate for that, but it's my opinion. I prefer LED crossings over halogen, to be honest, because they're more common. I like halogen crossings, don't get me wrong, but I prefer to see an LED. After I've filmed a level crossing with halogen loads of times, I've got to say I like to see LED at some point. I'd love to see the crossings LED on all the crossings LED on the Ely line, to be honest. Yeah, double track AOCL plus Bs are good. My local level crossing in South Wales needs to be Pont Sarn. I like that one as well, it's a nice crossing. Right, I need to get up to the top of some more comments. Here's Oster here. Have you got a Hornby test train set? I used to. Actually, I still do, but we don't know where the cable is. Here it is, train. We have the board that the train tracks are connected to, but it's used as a headrest for a bed in the conservatory, so if we got it all set up again, I'd never have time to use it for a start. Right, I'm starting to get more comments now. Hampshire, there's a lot. I don't know actually Hampshire. It's got to be, I think, even though I've not filmed it, I like Chapel Road and Canute Road. I did have a Hornby train set, I still have, but I don't use it. What's your favourite level crossing in Hampshire? Just said. What's your favourite crossing in Surrey? I've just said that is Gomshall. Pont Sarn's your local. Most local crossing to me is Farnham, I know that. I've been there with you. Favourite crossing in Devon? Eggersford. What else in Devon? I do like. There's some nice crossings in Devon. Crediton's nice. Axe This is a nice crossing. Brook, yeah, Brook's a nice crossing, but I still prefer Gomshall over Brook. How about ones around Cambridge itself? Laundry Lane. I'm not particularly fussed about Cherryington, Chesterton Junction. Hampshire, I've just said. I prefer LED. I do as well. Good decision. I'm at Oster Max. I personally prefer Halogen, which I know that's Michael, which just said that. Local level crossing for me is Kingsbong in County Antrim. I like LED crossings more than halogen, says Dawlish Beach Cams fan. Possibly I much prefer incandescent wigwags, says Network Southwest. Chichester crossing still halogen, yep. I've seen that. I went to that in I think it was May. Chichester needs replacing definitely because Chichester's crossings are very, very poorly maintained. I generally prefer LEDs over halogens, but I love a crossing with good condition and bright halogens. The brightest halogens I've ever seen has got to be the ones at the floodlights just come on. It's got to be the ones that in Kent, the ones that have actually been have been turned to LED as well. Chilham, that's it. The TOC named after you, Joe. Although is LNER now. I tend to like bright halogens when they're very bright. Yeah, they're good. Any favour in London? London. Placers, definitely Placers. West Midlands. Let me think of the West Midlands crossings. West Midlands. If I had a choice, I'd say Cradley Heath's my favourite in West Midlands, and the favourite in West Sussex, Crawley High Street. Not the only one who likes LEDs better than halogens, Joe. To be honest, I like LEDs better than halogens, says TK Trains. NJH Trains, yeah, I think Chichester needs replacing for new lights and new barriers, definitely. New barriers too. Yeah, that's considering Chichester. Dawlish Beach Cam fans upon sign, it should be 42 seconds between the amber light and the train, but it's only 28 seconds at Ponsard. And there's the train here now. These barriers are starting to get a bit tatty now, flimsy. They were perfect condition when I came in 2014 because they were new, but now they're starting to slow down and nearly hit the floor. That one there, it went down really fast and dampened hard, and then went down slow. This one here came down slow and then started, to stop in the air, then just carry on. Right. No, to be honest, the people were on the crossing when the crossing was down, so yeah, so they weren't misusing there. I wouldn't mind LED wigwags if they didn't look cheap. Why the coloured lenses? I actually prefer the coloured lenses because, to be honest, if I was to look at an LED wigwag and they weren't coloured, then honestly, they'd look really old. Yeah, I know you meant Amber there. I was going on to AB Movies live stream now. Bye bye. All right, see you then. What's your favourite crossing and station? Crossing's a hard one. I could never answer that. Station, Tamworth probably. Have you been to Barmouth level crossing? I have, yes. Well done for filming Meter Bridge. Thank you for that. That is public. People can go there. It's in like a recycling metal site. Tipton crossing. Where's Tipton crossing? There might be another name for that. So just tell me what Tipton crossing is. Lots of level crossings with the word Thorpe, but yes, there are. Scunthorpe, Dawes Lane, Thorpe Hall, Thorpe Gates. quite a lot of other thoughts as well. Misuse, no it wasn't, no misuse there. I think Fishbourne should become an OD. To be honest, I think all those crossings should be OD, to be honest. Idiot skipping the crossing, no they weren't, no misuse there. Nice closure, and in West Midlands. I just said that was Langley Green. Actually, that word looked pretty cool. Crossing lenses that are not coloured. Here's a train. 91, 122. It's 82, 209. My phone's on 10% now, so I'll just keep on going until it gets really low, then I'll end the live stream. So I'll just keep on answering people's questions for now. Actually, yeah, Meaty Bridge is pretty interesting as it has NRS LEDs and 2 working yodel alarms, Y05s. Yeah, I noticed that straight away, but I forgot to mention it when I was there. And I know it's got Y05s, which is also a good thing as well. And something about Gomshall, that did have a working Y05. That Y05 alarm that got replaced was by a new yodel alarm, was the flat tone original. And they replaced the broken alarm for a new alarm when the alarm that was working, actually the one that was working got replaced, and the one that was flat is still there. So they basically replaced a working alarm over a broken one. So I don't get that. Wow, fast, yes, definitely. Right, I've got to look on the timetable. I presume the train's still on time. So I'll just have a look and see what time the next one is. 21:05. That's quite a way away. So if anyone's got any more questions between now and 70, let's just carry on until 75 minutes and then I'll end the live stream. What don't you believe, Jay Callow? Max Ganish, they replaced the working Y05 at Gomshall and they kept the flat tone one. Yeah, you're right there, that's a bit stupid. They've still got that sign here. So we've caught a couple of closures here at Oster Fen. So I'll start heading back towards Claypole now, and by the time I get back to Claypole and get back to the car, I'll end the live stream. And that'll be it till probably another, I don't know when the next one will be, to be honest. Have you the new GWR? Yes, I have. I've caught the new electric one. I think it's the 801. Oh, yeah, I've caught the 801s, yeah. I can't believe NR would do that, but I will watch the videos and see. What about Gomshall? Yeah, that was quite silly, to be honest. Red sky at night, shepherd's delight, and the red sky in the morning, the shepherd's warning. I've heard that saying quite a few times as well. Yeah, so basically, if it's a red night, it means it's going to be a nice day tomorrow. If it's a red night in the morning, then it's going to be a bad day tomorrow. SPX, probably. But if you ask me if SPX or Field and Grant, I'll definitely say Field and Grant. So, because they're my favourite crossings, barriers. They still haven't done any sign of upgrade to the crossings on the Uttoxeter to crossings, Hockley and Pinfold. They really ought to do something about that. Favourite modern barrier, SPX. I haven't even seen the new. Oh, there it goes again. I've not even seen the new Ebbygate barriers yet until I go to Selby Road. So I don't know when that'll be. Probably sometime soon. Oh, flipping hell, Southeastern Transport videos. You were right, some things. I'm not even going to read that. My favourite barrier is a Mark 1 AHB barrier, aka Penguins. I like those as well, they're quite nice. Yes, Tipton Crossing is my favourite, is my second favourite. Tipton. I've heard of Tipton, but I don't know what crossing you're on about by saying Tipton. So, if you know the proper name of Tipton Crossing, then say it, because I don't know. Yeah, definitely need to meet with you again, Dan. I've been around your area. I went around your area that other week, but you know, we went to New Haven, but we was also planning on going up towards West Sussex again. So it'd have been quite hard for you to come up with us. Oh yeah, Tipton crossing, that one on the West Coast main line that got shut down. I still have no idea why they got rid of them, because all they are is just closed roads with fences going across them. Selby Road has alarms like North Halling and Pebble Lane. Yes, I know they do, and they're quite funny as well. Black boxes of some sort. And when I get down there, I'll have to have a look and see it for myself, because I've only seen Adam's video, so I haven't seen very much on a screen, so I need to see it in person. Hello, Zipex Gamer. You may be able to hear the train passing now. I'd love to live here. Probably one of the only villages in the country I'd love to live in the most, Claypole, because you can hear the trains passing at night and it's really quite nice to listen to. Hi man, what's up? Attila Sovery. Will Scriven, I can understand why they closed Tipton. Hello East Midlands train and Great Anglia train. I have to admit, one video I liked from this area was one at Barnby Lane LC, videos from September 2014, when you can hear the 3 of the bells from the church in the distance. Yeah, the old videos were better, I must admit. Like, not me, obviously, but the old crossings that we used to be here were nice. I wish I could go back in time and rewind the crossings that I want to see old. I wouldn't mind seeing all these crossings halogen again, then having them back to LED straight away, but definitely, if I was to rewind back in time, I'd change the way I was then, because I was really cringy back then. And I look back on my videos and I can't watch them. Norfolk, I've got to come back to Norfolk because I've got the Dereham AOCLs to do yet. So when I get round to that, which I don't think will be long, I'll definitely go out to Norfolk to film those Dereham AOCL crossings, and I'll declare and upload my Norfolk compilation. Owen Street, yeah, I've heard of that. I liked your old videos, thanks Network Southwest. I've watched a few of your videos as well, by the way. I've seen, my favourite videos you did was the level crossing compilation in 2016, I think it was, of all the crossings around your area, and the trains that passed them crossings as well in a separate compilation. My old videos were quite, you know, unviewed, but as time went on, when my channel was starting to get more discovered, then my older videos started to get viewed as well. My most popular YouTube video is 240,000 on Red Cross Central. Then it's 104,000 on the level crossings in the UK 2014. What's my favourite video done by you, Will Scriven? Well, I know for a fact that every time I check on your Ulstone video, it's gone up by another 10k views in about a month, which is very impressive. A favourite video done by Will Scriven. And you know what? It's starting to come to me now. There's a video you did that I used to keep on repeating to you and was on that Gloucester trip. I forgot it. I forgot what it was now. Favourite video done by Will Scriven. Let me think about it. Henwick Road, probably, when they were old. Field and Grant crossings. This village looks nice. Quite a few villages in Lincolnshire do look nice at this time of the day. Yeah, they do. Lincolnshire is quite a flat county and you can see quite a lot. Thank you very much, Mr. Thorpe. I will do more compilations once I have around 10 new LC videos. Yeah, that'll be good. I'll be ready to watch them. East Midlands train and Greater Anglia train. Can you come with me to Keswick level crossing after Dereham? Well, to be honest, I don't even know who you are, and I've not got you. I don't know how. Well, I could contact you through YouTube, but yeah, I probably won't even remember your name around that time. So if you keep in contact with me over YouTube and say when you come to Norfolk, and eventually I'll remember. I'll say I'm coming to Dereham AOCLs around on this date at a certain time, and if you want to meet me there, you can. And Keswick I've done, but I'll probably come do it with you again at some. Go Keswick with you if you want. Yeah. Chichester NSW. Will you do Chichester? I've done them crossings. I'll go back to Chichester when they're LED. Definitely. That crazy dog. Oh, flipping hell. Was that one at Blakedown? Yes, I remember that. That one that went mental at the barrier. I do remember that. When's your next live, Joe? I don't know yet. I'll do it again. Probably wouldn't have come to a level crossing local to me. But not. I don't even know when my next live will be. I can't make a date. It may be difficult as they are MCBs. I may suffer the curse of Yeah. Who is your favourite train YouTuber? I can't say that because there's a lot of train YouTubers on here that follow me, and I'll probably offend people that I don't even have a favourite YouTuber. I like lots of people, but if I say if someone that my favourite YouTuber is, then there'll be people who will be like, what about me? What about me? I did when I recorded Chichester Stockbridge. That's a nice crossing, that. When will you do another live stream? I don't know yet. I've always thought it would be more convenient to use 43s on the Norwich to Liverpool line rather than 158. Yeah, it's a good thing they actually do those 90s and 82s on that line. And what's your favourite level crossing in Cornwall? I knew that would come eventually. Trent Creek is my favourite in Cornwall. I am back. My real name is Colby. There's a village just near me called Colby. Right, I'll keep it running until 83 minutes. So bring your questions in quickly. And by the time 83 minutes hits, I'll end the live stream. In my area. In your area, Max Ganish? Woodsford number 38, probably. Do you watch? Yeah, I've heard of No Train Man. I have seen a few of his videos, yes. Of his videos. I don't know if... I have seen a few of his videos, yeah. Opinions on MCBODs and people getting trapped. MCBODs, I do like them. People getting trapped. It's good. It's a good idea, MCBODs, because people... because if someone walked on the crossing when it was going down, it would stop and people could just carry on walking automatically. But on MCB CCTVs, people might not see over the cameras as there's someone crossing and they might get stuck, like that happened at Denderby that day. Trent Creek's my favourite, definitely. When will you come to Norfolk? I don't know when I'm coming to Norfolk. Check out Sam's trains, will do. Polgate always in the news. Did you think E2S alarms should be added to AHP level crossings? That was the first. E2S alarms were the first things for AHP crossings, but then they started getting added to full crossings. Favourite MCBOD crossing? I don't know. There's a lot of nice crossings around of MCBODs. It's just I've been to so many. It's hard to make a decision because I think I've got to say. My favourite MCBOD crossing has got to be Golden High Hedges. Now I'm saying I'm leaving, I'm finishing the live stream. People are bringing in lots more questions. Favourite London terminus, definitely London Waterloo. Not just 43 Max Ganish, 222 should be used more of those services too. Northern Ireland Railways. I've heard of Northern Ireland Railways, but I've not actually been on his channel before. So I've been on his channel probably, but I couldn't say who he is. I saw on TV how they lower crossings. I've actually lowered a crossing before at in Sheffield signal box, and I've also lowered some other crossings as well in signal boxes. E2S alarms are annoying. I must admit they are quite boring. I prefer Yodel alarms over E2S alarms by a long shot. I watch your videos, thank you. East Midlands Trains and Greater Anglia Train. Dawlish Beach Cams fan. No, they're not. Favourite large crossing? Let me think. I don't know about that. Helston, probably. And Exeter Red Cow, that's a nice one. There we go. It was a bit of a fail when I went to Woodsford number 30 at LC, as my camera battery was getting low, and also I had to walk along that main road as I took the bus from Dorchester to Crossways. Max Ganish put that. NIR, our run, Translic NI. E2S allowance are boring, definitely Will Scriven. UK level crossings and trains, nice. And Matthew's related video from Manchester. Right, we'll see this train pass through, and as we're waiting, I'll answer more questions. Have you seen the new 4?